These are the volume controls and the tuning controls from my 600 series Zenith Transoceanic, and that radio is just a gorgeous radio, but these knobs have been driving me a little crazy because you can see they've got all these gunked in kind of particles of dirt inside the ridges and around the brass fittings. So what I did was, I was at Savers today and I picked up this ultrasonic jewelry cleaner cavitation device for $3, and we're gonna try a mix. I've been doing a lot of reading online, and take some of these homegrown recipes with a grain of salt, and who knows, maybe people use salt in these cleaning buckets. But what I've got is distilled water and the generic version of Pine Sol, which is called Pine Glow, that I got for $1 at the dollar store. So we're doing this very low budget. I'm going to bring a mix of this stuff, 50% Pine Glow and 50% distilled water, not to a boil, but to a very warm temperature, because people are saying that you should start out with warm and not cold water, and that's one of the big mistakes that people make when they're using these cavitation devices. So we're going to bring that up to temperature on the stove and pour it in. I think I'm gonna run the cleaning for maybe 20-25 minutes. We'll see how it does before I do a rinse. I don't think there's any exact science to this, and the internet has made it more of an exact science, but we're running this for 25 minutes in the clean cycle, and then we're gonna open that lid and see how we did. Okay, we are going to let this sit. Shut this off here. We're going to let this sit for 10 minutes and let the crud that this thing took off sit for a little bit, and then we'll do a rinse. Okay, 10 minutes soaking. We'll pull this out, put it into the rinse cycle, let it rinse for maybe 15 minutes. That grime has been on those knobs for, what, 6 decades? 5 or 6 decades, so why not treat it a little bit? Okay, so we're on rinse now. We're going to rinse it for 15 minutes. See how these came out. Okay, so we rinsed. Shut this off. This truly is my first time using one of these devices, so please have a heart. Let's open this up. Inspect how we did. Well, they do look cleaner. I do still see a lot of crud in there, so I think we're going to run it through another cycle and maybe clean it longer. I'm going to run it through for another half hour and see how we do on the clean cycle. It does look kind of cool. We'll see in a few minutes how we did after this second cleaning cycle. Okay, we finished cleaning. We're just going to let it sit here for maybe 10 minutes or so, and we'll put it through another rinse cycle and see how we did. They don't look a whole heck of a lot better, but we're going to do one more rinse. And if this doesn't work, well, we're out $3. So While I've been waiting, I've been looking on Amazon and eBay, and this particular unit is selling on the high end about 30 bucks. I don't think I would pay 30 bucks for one of these, but 3 bucks, why not? We'll see how we do. So how did we do? I think pretty good. They're not perfect. They're a heck of a lot better than they were. And one thing I noticed after the second rinse was the brass brights, the overlays in the middle, came out really, really nice. They look a lot shinier. They almost look like new. I did have to loosen up some of the crud that had built up around that notch where the power switch is for the on indicator. And it had built up around there. Still don't have all of it off, but I have a lot more off. And the tuning knob, just about all the crud came out of those ridges. So I think that was 3 bucks well spent. Well, $3.99 for the cleaner, the Ultrasonic Cleaner, and then $1 plus tax, which in Massachusetts is, I think it's 6.25% or 6.5%. So $1.06, $1.07. I think I'm going to use this technique on my transistorized transoceanic knobs next. The 1000 and the 3001 knobs really came out nice, and we only spent a few dollars. So hope this video was helpful. Take care for now.